and welcome back. You ready for SC Baseball 2018?
Yeah.
Here, let me take a look at those stitches. Have you been having any problems with them lately?
Yeah.
Really? Well, it looks like here you have an infection in your stitches, which is a fairly bad thing. Have you been feeling any other symptoms, such as sicknesses?
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Well, it says here that the nurse said you're showing all symptoms for having a fever. So I think I'm going to have to prescribe you some medicine so you can get better and we can get that infection cleared up so we can take your stitches out. Is that okay?
Okay.
What pharmacy would you like to pick it up at?
Heston Pharmacy to Joey Keeker.
Okay. Thank you very much, Owen. You can go on your way. I'll see you in 3 to 4 days to get those stitches out.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Lucas Roth, and for my career in a presentation, I decided to be a physician's assistant. Physician assistant practices medicine on teams with surgeons, physicians, and other healthcare workers. They examine, diagnose, and treat patients. An example of this is what I just did with Owen. He came in with a problem, I examined his problem, I diagnosed what he had, and I treated it by giving him a prescription. But not always will I give a prescription. Sometimes it's just as simple as giving him an exercise to make the pain go away. My top 3 career choices were being a physician assistant who examines, diagnoses, and treats patients, a neurosurgeon who specializes in the diagnostics and surgical procedures of the central and peripheral nervous systems, and a physical therapist who treats people who have had diseases, injuries, and deformities by using physical methods. An opportunity cost is your second alternative, which you gave up to get to your first alternative. My opportunity cost was becoming a neurosurgeon and making more money. Some downsides to this is that you also have to go to more schooling, and I get to do what I love, which is being a physician's assistant, which is why I gave being a neurosurgeon up. 3 positive incentives about being a physician's assistant is that you get good pay, you always get to help people, and your job has good flexibility. 3 negative incentives is that your work can be very stressful, your work hours can be long, and you have to have lots of healthcare experience, you have to go through residency, and you have to go to lots of school. Which brings us to our next topic, which is schooling. I graduated high school when I was 17 in 2021. While I was attending Heston High School, I went to Newton High School through Health Pathways to become a CNA, which is a Certified Nurse's Aide. I also went to Hutch Community College and went through their EMT program so I could become an EMT while I was in high school. After I graduated high school, I went to Kansas State University for 4 years and got my Bachelor's of Science in Biological Systems Engineering. I got an engineering degree so that when I graduated college and I didn't want to go into the field of medicine, I could go into the field of engineering. I could become things such as a food processing engineer, I could go into the field of ethanol, or I could become a medical tool developer. After I graduated Kansas State University, I then went to Wichita State University to get my master's in physician's assistant. There, I learned how to serve where healthcare is needed most, such as in rural areas with underserved populations and with minorities and adults. But before I could actually become a physician's assistant, I had to have at least 3 years of healthcare experience and residency. I completed my 3 years of healthcare experience while I was at Kansas State University as I worked for Riley County EMS for 4 years. For residency, recently the physician assistant that I spoke to said that for all residency that you have to do is you have to work closely with your physician, doctor, or overseer for your first year on the job. And then once that is over, you can go about working independently, but they're still your boss. Total amount of money that I spend on college is $92,880, which brings us to our next topic, which is my budget. For my budget, I make $63,000 or $5,250 a month. My student estimate, I estimate $5,150, just $100 under my budget. For my parents estimated $4,835, just $315 off my budget. Next topic is my pie graph. For my pie graph, the biggest section was my taxes at 29%, which includes my federal and state taxes and my Social Security and Medicare. Then it's discretionary at 28%, which includes all of my wants and also my savings and my giving to my church, which I tithe, which is 10% of what I make, or $525 a month. Then it's transportation at 16%, which includes my car insurance, my property tax, and my car payment on my 2014 Chevy Cruze, which I'm paying off over 3 years. Next is my school loans at 7%. This is my $92,880 being paid off over 240 months for 20 years. Next is my housing at 6%, which I am sharing an apartment with my roommate Owen, and I also have to pay for renter's insurance. Food is also at 6%, which is just food, because I need food to survive. Third to last is medical insurance, which is at 5%, which is just in case I get hurt. My My utilities is 4%, which includes gas and electric and city utilities, which I'm splitting the bill with my roommate, and also my phone service. And last but not least is my toiletries at 1%. Within your budget, though, you're going to have trade-offs. Trade-offs is giving up a little bit of one alternative to get a little bit more of another alternative. I gave up having a new car to have more money in savings, I gave up having a pet to have more money to spend on entertainment, and I gave up living by myself and having more privacy for living with a roommate so I had to pay less on rent. Before we can actually get our job, we have to write a resume and a letter of application. For my resume, you have to include your education, your experience, your skills, and your references. My education, I had a Bachelor's of Science in Biological Engineering from Kansas State. I have a Master's of Physician's Assistant from Wichita State, and I also graduated high school with my high school diploma, went to Newton High School to become a CNA, and also went to Hutch Community College to become an EMT. My skills are being a problem solver, being caring, being a quick learner, being a good communicator, and being compassionate. My experiences are working as an EMT for Riley County for 4 years, working as a certified nurse's aide, which is a CNA, throughout my high school careers for Charlotte Villa, and also working as a volunteer for them, and also working for Heston Pharmacy for Sandy and Adam Keeker. My references were Sandy Keeker, who is the owner of Heston Pharmacy, and Clark Roth, who is the Vice President of Dining Services and Employee Development at Bluestem Communities. For my letter of application, I addressed it to Dr. Mark Hall, who is the head doctor at Mid-Kansas Family Practice here in Heston, Kansas. I wrote and applied for the open physician's assistant spot. The websites that I used for this presentation are bls.gov, aapa.org, money.usa.com, explorehealthcares.com, and princetributes.com. These will help me get a better understanding of what a physician assistant does, how much they get paid, and what are the ups and downs of being one. My articles were medlineplus.com and from money.usa.com. These articles just help me get a better understanding of physician assistant. In conclusion, as Steve Jobs once said, to be able to do a great job, you have to love what you do. And I realized as I was going through our presentation talking to another physician assistant, is that if you don't absolutely love your job, why are you doing it in the first place? Which is why I chose to be a physician's assistant. Because I know I'll love my job and love what I do. Are there any questions?